Hi guys, welcome back. Tips Tuesday here at the Three Hammers Golf Complex and Golf Academy. I'm Rob Bluck, Golf Academy Director, and today making his debut we have our very own Mr. Motivator.
Thank you.
Rory Haigh.
Hi guys, you okay? So yeah, I'm so excited to be here. First one for me.
Finally got him.
Finally got me here. Tuesday morning is my daddy daycare day, so I've brought the little one to work, but nevertheless here I am. And we're going to give you some good tips today on a golfing dynamic warm-up.
Yeah, great. Roz, really, it's a hot topic this time of year especially. We're seeing lots of players now out on the range hitting balls. They can't play golf after work, so we're really busy with seeing the guys hitting shots out in the driving range. And we've seen some quite funky warm-ups, haven't we, out there on the range? And there's certainly some of the guys and girls who we coach.
Yeah.
I think since, certainly from my own experiences, when asking the question to our golfers, do you warm up? The answer a lot of the time is no, partly because they've never actually been coached on how to warm up and the actual benefits of what warm up can do to them. So perhaps I know that you've embarked on a complete different journey now with the physical side of the game, which is I know you're really finding really enjoyable. So if you can, you've been with us now for a few years at the Academy, real popular golf coach, real busy client base. Now, perhaps you could share with the guys and girls there about your journey and kind of what's taken you down this route for us.
Absolutely. So I kind of started really on this fitness journey. It was probably 7 years ago now. I look like this, but about 5 stone heavier. So I was pretty large. I liked a few too many naughty things. So I started out. Firstly, I thought, right, I need to lose some weight. How can I do that? And I really got strict with my diet. So that was kind of the initial thing. Started with my diet, stopped drinking sugary drinks, stopped snacking on sugary foods, and started having proteins, carbs. That kind of got me down. From there, I lost a little bit of weight, and then I decided, right now I want to go to the fitness stuff. So I joined a gym. As most people at the start, you don't really know what you're doing weight-wise, so I just kind of jumped on the treadmill and the bike and the spinning bike and a rower and started going it that way. It was great, of course, because I lost more weight. Then I really kind of thought, right, I saw the guys doing weights, and a lot of the elite players now, the tour players, they're really into the warm-up stuff, which we'll talk about in today's session. But started lifting some weights, so of course kind of got bigger and really kind of started liking that. But then roughly, it was about 18 months ago now, this is where I decided that actually, I'm getting strong and stuff, but I was pretty unflexible. I actually lost range of movements in my swing. My swing became shorter, and I actually lost a little bit of power.
Is this since we had our staff challenge when John, Cheese and myself knocked it past you?
That's it, yeah. So I wasn't happy about that, so I thought, right, I'm going to do something about this, and I started really working on flexibility, golf flexibility, in particular, in the shoulders, in particular in the spine, and sort of getting my rotation better, in my hips, in my hamstrings, being able to hold it. So this is where I embarked 12 months ago really on my fitness stuff. So I started going to CPD, professional CPD courses around fitness, around biomechanics, which I've attended a lot. And then this year, which I'm really pleased about, I become a TPI certified golf coach. So TPI, what is TPI in a quick 30 seconds? It's basically the world's leading organisation in golf fitness for golf teaching professionals. So they've given me the tools to allow me to firstly understand the golf swing better from a physical point of view, and then how I can then deliver that to the client, and that's really what I'm going to start working on.
TPI, for those of you who don't, it stands for Titleist, the brand Performance Institute, isn't it? So it all comes from the States.
It all comes from the States.
When we see the guys on tour now, we're not just talking about tour pros, but the serious golfers now, they spend an awful lot of time away from the golf course, improving their physical condition.
Sure.
And for myself, as a golf coach, I would love to have a more coachable player. So
definitely.
That's where you guys, and that's the journey which you're taking, which can really link into it.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's it, Rob. I mean, even last night, so I did a presentation of my Get Fit for Golf campaign that we're really going to start. We're kind of launching it now, but really going to, 2018 is going to be the year that we really kick it off properly. But Get Fit for Golf, and even last night, so you start thinking, guys that maybe lose posture in their golf swing, guys that swing over the top, guys that early extend. I know you talked about early extension.
We've got the over the top move, we've got the early extend.
The early extend. Flat shoulder playing.
Yeah, that's a common one, yeah. But for kids and young golfers as well.
Sure.
Yeah,
so see the shoulders moving, and it's easy for us to sometimes say, right, just don't early extend, stay in posture, but what if you physically can't do it?
Yeah, I think that great point, Russ. I think what we find a lot of time working with our guys, when they fully understand their faults and they've had several sessions and we're still, so should we use the early extension one there? We covered this, didn't we, just a few weeks ago. That's a real common one. When they really understand it, but they still can't do it, then there's a question mark then on possibly the physiology there. Is there a weakness there?
There's a weakness. Yeah, there must be a weakness there. So for me, what I'm going to be about is that I'm going to find that weakness, link that back to the golf coach, and like you said, Rob, a more coachable player.
Yeah, great. Which I think, research I know suggests that going back to warm up, if we warm up efficiently, we can increase speed by up to 13%. It improves centeredness of strike. Obviously reduces the risk of injury, which I think we'll all have. We'll all have a bit of that.
Just general aches and pains, from your office workers that sit down at your desk all day bad lower back, and how does this, how can this affect? And of course it affects.
It's kind of like that Neanderthal process, isn't it? From getting out, from getting from behind the computer at work, out of the car, to the golf course, to the first tee, they're kind of not quite there. So again, a lot of stuff we're doing with players, and obviously with your help there, is really trying to get themselves into more golf-ready posture.
For sure, Rob, for sure.
So, warm-ups then, Rory. So typical kind of like your, so we say typical recreational golfer, mid-40s, play Saturday medals. What would you advise?
So firstly, I think, a lot of the studies kind of, Rob, you sort of alluded there, 13% extra in club head speed can be gained through a specific warm-up. Also, it takes roughly, they say about 12 to 15 shots for your hips, for your shoulders to be full swing golf ready.
Okay.
So you think, how many times in our lesson has your client come to you and said, it took me 4 holes to get going.
Yeah, lots.
It took me 4 or 5 holes to get going, and then I was great.
Yeah.
But I undid all the work in those first 4 or 5 holes. So, we can really suggest an easy, simple 3, 4, 5 minute first tee, changing rooms, locker rooms, warm up. Now, what we want to do is, ideally, we're going away from static stretching. Going away from static stretching. We want to make it dynamic. We want to make, golf is a moving sport. We rotate, we lift, we kind of move laterally, rotationally. So, we want a dynamic warm-up.
Okay, great. Yeah, absolutely. Because I think, we see people on the first tee, and we always snigger because we see the typical golfer will put the club behind the neck, and they're kind of doing some Strictly Come Dancing moves there. And if we can give them something more golf specific.
For sure.
So let's say I was your client, Rose. I haven't got I don't know how to warm up. Never been coached how to warm up. What would you get me to do then before I?
So we want
to. A typical range session.
We want to hit the key muscles, the key joints, the key factors that are going to really help your golf swing, make it more stable, make it more mobile. So we're going to hit the shoulders, we want to hit the mid-range, so that the spine and the upper body. We want to hit the hips, we're going to hit your balance a little bit. So a simple 4-5 process warm-up that we can do. Now, first one, so we'll start with the shoulders. Now you can do this at home, and I want you to test yourself here. So you're going to start it by standing up tall. Arms are going to go out sideways, and simply we're going to try and rotate your arms back. So you can see from here I'm going to start my arms are parallel to the floor at a 90-degree angle. This is called the 90-90 test. And from here I'm going to rotate back. What we're looking for is your forearm to hit spine angle. Okay. So we want, ideally, a good range of movement would be that your forearm can get to the spine angle.
So on that subject, if I can just jump in, so typically if we've got a golfer, for example, who has this tendency in their golf swing, flying right elbow, which again is a real common one, we work on it during sessions, and we use towel or whatever teaching aids trying to get them here. Now when we've done this test, the golfer really cannot go any further than this. So again, we're just highlighting an area which is just could be really causing those issues.
So flying right elbow is one. over the top.
Yep.
This still links massively to the over the top movement again because of what Rob sort of alluded to there. Maybe the elbow comes up this way. You haven't got the shoulder rotation to keep the club shallow on the way down here.
Real common one.
The easy thing to do is throw it over the top. And the third one, the chicken wing, the dreaded chicken wing. So again, for those of you who know the golf swing, as it comes down in here, left elbow going up this way into this chicken wing.
Chicken wing, yeah. Again, real common.
Yes,
one.
yeah, exactly right. So, okay, what I want you to do, guys, simply we're going to start off, we're going to go elbows to the side, thumbs up, hands out. We're just simply going to scissor the hands backwards and forwards. We want to get some blood pumping to the shoulders here. Now, the hands in the golf swing move in all different directions, so we're not just going to do this thumbs up, you're going to go palms up, and then palms down. 4 or 5 movements of this.
Is there some music on as well?
I know, this is it. Now from here, I want you to cross your hands in this way, and again, we're just simply going to scissor the hands in like this. Palms up. Looks like rocking a baby.
Yeah. You're good at that. Yeah.
And then palms underneath like this. Again, hands move in every direction, so we're going to go palms down, underneath this way.
So really, this is just really trying to increase blood flow to the
This is just increasing blood flow to the shoulders, to the shoulder joint, and to the muscles around the shoulder. Next one, we're going to go left thumb down, right thumb up. I want you to link the fingers in together. So from here, we're going to pull your fingers. So I want you to really try and feel like you're pulling your fingers hard apart as you can. Push them in together. Pull, push, pull, push. Now, keep them pushed together, keep them pushed, don't let go. We're going to go side to side, rocking side to side. Swimming forwards. Swimming backwards. Small circles forwards. And circles backwards while still pushing your hands together. Now we do it the opposite way, so we're going to pull. Forwards. Backwards. Side to side. Now, from there, you can simply go for here, and all of a sudden, you can see there instantly for me, within a minute, straight away there, my arm has now gone past spine angle, so I've increased that motion.
Yeah.
So that's the first one. I mean, you know, once you go through that and you get used to that, that can take, that's a 60-second job, that is. On to the next one. So we want the spine here, so all we're going to do, you're going to go arms across your shoulders, spine rotation. And we're going to simply here rock our shoulders backwards, turn, and turn forward. So
if you can do that again, though, so we can see how if we look at Rory's lower body again, the lower body is staying fairly stable. Yeah, so keeping the knees fairly stable.
That's it.
If we find that the lower body gets very, very active there, this is kind of a bit of a pointless exercise, isn't it? So
if you're moving around.
Yeah, so keeping the lower body nice and firm as we're actually rotating now.
You got it?
Yeah, great.
That's it. So keeping the lower half firm. Rotate. We're going to start off slow.
I think everyone's called to do this on that first tee. Some of the reasons why people don't warm up is they feel a little bit of a little bit embarrassed maybe. This one's cool.
This is just a simple one. Yeah, that's it. So we're going to start off slow, forced, and now the golf swing. You know, we swing in the club. So your recreational golfer on average swings 80, 85 miles an hour. So we're swinging it fast. So we're going to start working this up. Again, while keeping a firm and a stable lower half, really get the shoulders moving.
Great.
So that's 2.
So a couple of great drills in the space of a couple of minutes.
We're 2 minutes in now, maybe even less than 2 minutes.
What about if someone's itching for a golf club?
Now, this is it. Yeah, so we're using this as a stability, as just a stable base, because we want to really warm up the hip joints here, and the pelvis, and the muscles around here. This is key for rotation, stability, keeping your posture. So obviously going back, we don't want to see losing posture by standing up. So this comes down to tightness within here. So this is simple. You can use this as a balance tool, and all we're going to do from here is just swing your leg backwards and forwards. While you're doing this, trying to keep the leg that you're lifting as straight as you can. It'd be pointless bending your knee like this, because you're not going to get the full range of motion. So we're going to go this way. You're going to change hands.
So again, first tee, even once midway through round, just to keep moving.
Great. Now this one's slightly trickier. we're going to go, you definitely need the balance on this one, right leg behind, and now we're just going to help the rotation, so that kind of got the movement forward. This is going to get your hips. Now notice while I'm doing this, guys, what I'm trying to do is keep my shoulders and my upper body stable. So the upper body one, we're keeping the lower half stable.
Yeah, so we've now reversed it.
Yeah. Now we've reversed it, because what we're trying to do within the golf swing is disassociate. We want the lower half to move separately
To the upper.
to the upper half. So you can kind of go backwards and forwards. And again, you do that on the other leg.
Yeah, so both sides. So yeah,
Both sides again.
Okay, so again, we're probably like 3.5 minutes into a warm-up.
For sure, that's it. And
We're a
now,
lot better off already.
yeah, that's it. Simply a good one. So simple this. Just literally balancing. Just try and lift one leg off the floor. Use your arms out to the side. Literally try and balance. Now, straight away for me, I can feel all the muscles in my foot are going. My calves are going.
Yeah.
My quads are going. So I'm really having to stabilise here, my core. I can really feel that I'm fighting hard to resist wobbling around everywhere.
I notice you're on your right foot there, aren't you? So for you right-handed golfers out there, when we move in this way, it's absolutely essential that we can balance on that left side. A little tip we use a lot of our golf, especially the youngsters, is the single leg eyes closed balance test. And as a form, I'm not going to do it now, so I won't really embarrass myself, but as a form of practice in the mornings whilst brushing their teeth, eyes closed, single leg. See if they can do it. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, that'd be great. Again, as you say, ankle joint, the knee, the hip, the quads, the glute, really strengthen. Something as simple as that can so much help that golf game.
You know, and balance is up there as one of the most important things that we want in the swing. We talked about at the start, stability, centeredness of stride,
absolutely,
control.
Finding that sweet spot.
Finding the sweet spot, yeah.
Right,
last one, guys. The one that I think most of you will have done in the past, but this is a great one. This is a private members club first tee. I think you see this all the time, which is great, but we don't see enough of the other stuff. So 2 clubs obviously makes this a lot heavier, gripping round. Now we're finally into golf swings. But now what I'm going to do here, guys, even though we've warmed up, I'm going to start small and I'm going to work it up. So start small, a couple here like this, until you're eventually moving all the way up into that full swing.
So how many swings would you advise, and how many swings do you try and advise your clients to make here, Rory?
What, with the 2 clubs?
The 2 clubs, yeah.
Half a dozen.
Half a dozen. Okay.
Half a dozen.
I think what's really important, because obviously adding the weight there to which will increase the stretch.
Yeah.
However many swings you make with the heavy clubs, please duplicate that with the same amount of swings with the single club. I've seen many players do those heavy swings and they get onto the first tee with the driver and almost fresh air it because it's a completely different swing weight.
You can't feel the weight.
Okay, so great warm-up tip. However, that's
exactly. And once you complete that, you'll go through it. We've obviously done some chatting in between. Yeah, this is a 4-minute job, 5-minute job maximum.
Cool.
And it's going to get you ready. Now we see it all the time in the pro game. Now they are massively into fitness, into warming up. Now the pros, they go on the driving range to warm up before their round. Before they go on the driving range to warm up before their round, they're in the gym, warming up and stretching. Yeah. So they kind of go through this big process of warming up in a mobility way. So
I think it's important to say as well about pre-round preparation. We see a lot of players go to the driving range. They warm up, they hit some shots, and they go to the putting green, and they spend 20 minutes in that position, and then go to the first tee. So we think, we're actually reversing that. So perhaps the process should be warm up on the putting green, do your putting, do your chipping, move yourself away, go to the range, work your way at the bag, without overload, obviously. Finish off hitting those drivers full out, because if that's the chosen club for the first tee, and then straight to the first tee.
Exactly.
Cool, great.
So that'd be what we suggest.
Perfect. Well, I think that's certainly given me lots of food for thought. Hope the viewers have really took some of those points on board. Obviously, for further information, we'll post contact details and give us a shout. Let us know your thoughts, and that would be brilliant. So I believe we've got some questions there, guys.
We do indeed. I've got a couple for you today, gents. First of all, we'll start off with one that's more related to what's just been going on. Okay. Jeff would like to know, you mentioned that elite players are obviously into their fitness and more these days, but is it just elite players that will benefit from golf-specific fitness?
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. it started as elite level players or professionals, then it's kind of moved into the elite level players, and it's something that we are seeing now a lot more, and it's a lot more common within the recreational golfer. This is so important. The elite level, yeah, they're at small changes, small percentages. They might want to up their swing speed by 1 mile an hour, but for your recreational golfers that want to hit the ball further, you know, if you're playing off a 20 handicap, 22 handicap, this is going to really increase stability, control. This can be done at home. This can be done on the first tee. If you're a gym member, great, because it can be done there as well. But no, this is not just for elite level players. This is for everyone. Women, men, old, young, juniors.
I know Rory, if I can just jump in there, Rory's going very much from a coach's point of view and embark on a TPI journey.
Yeah.
But, there's certain specialists who we use, such as active therapy, for any injury prevention as well, who really look at any underlying problems which can really help your physical golf performance.
Yeah.
So I think going back, recreational golfers can really benefit.
For
from,
sure. So
from
yes,
this.
So give it a go, Jeff.
Okay. One more from Lyndon, slightly different today, but talking about winter goals. How can I set goals throughout the winter as there's no handicap qualifiers, so she can't really focus on handicap?
Great question.
Yeah.
This time of year, we find working with students a lot of the time, how's the season gone? It's reflection time, isn't it? What's gone well? What could have gone better? So goals a lot of time are obviously outcome goals, handicap. Have we run this, that, and the other? Perhaps winter time, quality of practice. So a lot of the stuff we do right now is we're doing speed and distance goals. So seeing how far Rory's hitting the golf ball now. I know Kyle, one of our coaches, is actually undergoing his winter training with yourself. In the first session, we hit some shots with mid-iron and driver. We got some averages, didn't we? So something like that, setting yourself whether it's some speed goals or distance goals. And we'll start now if it's physical, and we're going to let that to actually improve that side of things. And we'll retest again at the start of the season.
For sure.
Have we improved? Yeah. I think whenever we're practicing, we want to keep it as productive as possible, and we need to learn from those range sessions. Please see your PGA pros not just as swing coaches, but also mentors as well. Discuss your goals with them. That'd be my advice.
Okay.
Yeah. Great.
Real. So are we going
I think
testing?
I think, Rory, we've got so much to go out there, and obviously with plenty more Tuesdays coming up.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do, we'll end that for today.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. Please send us as many questions and comments, and let us know how do we do. So far, feedback has been great. Let us know what you want to see, what you want us to cover. We'll do all we possibly can to do that. Next week, we're going to be out on the driving range showcasing some real nice, exciting ball launch software, which we've got. Dratman's gone to sleep. Okay, so there we go. Wake up. Out on the driving range here at the complex. So we're going to be doing that. Next Facebook Live is going to be out on the range, which is I'm super excited about that.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So from myself, thank you so much. Have a great week. Happy golfing.
From me, enjoy that warm-up, guys. Put it together. Hope it helps your game. Hope it gets your golf game off to a quicker start.
Great. Thank you.
Cheers.